Hello, you cute little buttons. This video has been a long time coming. For those of you that don't know, I have not been gaming very long. I played some free-to-play MMORPGs as a kid. I played Neopets. I played some Flash games, but I didn't have any handheld consoles, and I didn't have a gaming PC, and I didn't have any funds to purchase games growing up. I didn't even have a Steam account until maybe my senior year of high school, but I didn't have a computer that could play games. So I've actually been streaming for 3 years now, and I've mostly been gaming for 3 years. And my first ever traditional turn-based RPG I played was Final Fantasy VIII. It has been quite some time since I played it, and I certainly wasn't used to some of the storytelling mechanics, or even I wasn't used to talking to everyone to get more from the story. I wasn't used to doing extra content to kind of flesh out the world. So I just kind of ran through the game. Some of the stuff in the story definitely went over my head. I have had quite a few people join my community since then, but they didn't get to witness me play Final Fantasy VIII. So I have promised to do a abridged version of what I remember about the Final Fantasy VIII story. So without further ado, here it goes. So, Final Fantasy VIII starts out with a bunch of what I think are high schoolers at this kind of operative spy, think kind of Kingsman, James Bond high school thing where they're training to become operatives to do secret missions. To do these missions, we employ the help of our girlfriends, or GFs, which are like the typical summons from Final Fantasy. So like Shiva and Ifrit. We have this ball, and our main dude, who has no emotions whatsoever, meets really hot girl at this ball, and they kind of hit it off, I guess. After that, we're sent on this very suspiciously difficult mission to help out a rebellion group take down the big bad. And we go there, we do this stuff, it does not work out, we lose, we get our asses kicked. Also, our love interest is there. Yeah, so that's part of it. At one point at the beginning, our school gets attacked, and so we have to go on the run. I remember being very suspicious of the principal of our school, but I don't remember if that was actually warranted. I think a big portion of the middle of the game that I don't remember at all is us wandering around with our friends and a teacher or two of ours trying to figure out who attacked our school and why, and eventually discovering that there's a really big problem and the world might end soon. Our school bully has like a Sasuke moment where he ends up working with the big bad, and I'm not really sure what happened there, but apparently they were redeemable, or maybe they were being possessed. Who knows? Eventually, we find out that we, plus all of our friends from our school, plus our love interest, plus our bullies from school, were all from the same orphanage, but we forgot because the big bad evil lady was actually our orphanage mother person who is being possessed by an ancient sorceress with time manipulation powers. And we eventually figure that out, also because the girlfriends, in order to use them and summon them, we had to sacrifice our memories. Yeah, I remember that. I think that our love interest is like the next one. Like, our mother sorceress lady wasn't good enough, so now Time Sorceress is gonna try and take over our love interest. And so we have like a whole thing where we go into space and we have to go save her, and we almost die in space because there's an explosion and we're floating in space, and then we don't die, and then we go down and we beat the big bad evil. And that's the story of Final Fantasy VIII. Oh, and then there was something at the end where like we kind of got lost through time because we destroyed the person who was manipulating time, so then we kind of got like lost in time, but I think we eventually found our way back to our people.